the way to get a car. Temecula. I've titled this video Susan's Car Adventure, and there's a woman I made friends with coming up on 2 years ago. Her name's Susan, and she was homeless for 5 years or 6 years, but she's had a job now for like the last 2 years, and she didn't have a car. So I'm gonna buy her a car, and she was paying like $1,000 a month on Ubers to get to work, and she really couldn't get ahead. So I'm oh, look at this Mercedes pulled off the road here. Oh, that's the little one, the SLK. That's like their Miata. What a cute little car. Anyways, I found a diesel car. Well, I'm in traffic right now, by the way. So, and I'm doing hands-free. I found a 87 300 SDL Mercedes. And if you go to my Twitter, GOV Lambright, Lambright, you can see a picture of what it looks like. Yeah. Wow. There's some taillights on a bus, and the taillights are massive. Well, this car's got a few minor issues, nothing big. One tire is dead and shredded, so I bought the spare from my wagon to put on it, and it doesn't have a battery, so I brought the battery from the wagon. Yeah. And what else do I want to say? The interior is in really good shape. It's my Mercedes wagon. It's gold exterior. On for a long time, and it starts right up. He has a video of it starting right up, and that's really impressive. I'm bringing my leak check for head gas leaking exhaust gases into the combustion chamber, and a battery. Yeah, so I got the floor jack, I got my impact wrench. I'll jack it up, hop on my other tire. Well, that's after I've determined it doesn't have a problem. What we'll do is, after I determine there's no exhaust gases in the coolant, but blown head gasket, then we'll take it for a spin. And before we take it for a spin, I'll buy it from him. I want to take a test drive, and we'll take it for a spin. And if that goes well, then I'll buy it. Yeah. The price is $1,500, which is really good. I'm not a wrecking yard, but I could make money on that car just parting it out. It's not like they're valuable cars or anything, but the motor's worth $1,500. Those motors, you can high performance the motor, and it's the 3-liter. They made a 3.5-liter, but they had some troubles with the 3.5-liter in the beginning. Like my Mercedes has the troubled engine, but it's, mine's 90 and 91 in this body style. The W126 had a 3.5-liter, and so my car is the 3rd year, so they pretty much got it licked, and my car, it goes good. I do think it could have less compression, I don't know. But it's, my car is not meant to be a race car. It'll get on the freeway, Have I ever taken it to 100? I took it to 90, and it had more in it. It's such a dream to drive. Yeah. I really want to help out Susan. I hope karmically, I think it's the right thing to do. Oh. We're going 1 mile an hour here. It said it's going to take 20 minutes. There must be a wreck. Both lanes of the highway are jammed up. But I got a little bit of tea, and I got 3 hours of driving, so we're going to be here for a little while. Ask me some questions in the comments if you want. He said it leaked a little diesel fuel, and I think it could be the return hoses on the injectors. They're just little bits of hose. I actually have some, and I even wrote it down, but I forgot it. Damn it. What else did I write down? Fueling better, wheel off wagon. Yeah. Damn. Well, if you take the time to write it down and you don't read your own plan, that's dumb. I'm sitting behind some hay. Look at that hay. There was a woman I was flirting with on OkCupid. She lives in Fallbrook. But I look like a wreck today, so I don't want to go on a date while I'm getting a car. Oh, some of these semi-trucks are so pretty. What happened to Elon Musk electric truck? I thought that was going to change everything. Why did they change the rules on that? They didn't change the rules. Why did they abandon that idea? And Elon's got. They must have. Their ambition does not match their productivity. Output. I was just talking to Brian. He was a little sad yesterday, and I was like, well, if you're depressed, dude, drink some beers. He's like, I can't take beer on this medication because he's battling cancer. Oh, there's a GLK diesel. Pretty cute. And he said he was depressed yesterday, and I mean, that's good honesty. I said, well, let's just try beers. Beers helps me every time I'm depressed. Alcohol can help with a little temporary depression, but if you become alcoholic and drink every day, it'll just make your depression worse. Heads up. Anyways, I was telling Brian about this story about laser beams and MDMA, the drug. And there's some guy who's a psychonaut. He's gone on 7,000 psychedelic trips, and he's calling himself a psychonaut, like an astronaut. And he, of course, he was tripping out on some MDMA, and he was looking at a laser beam on the wall. He's like, huh? And he looks at it, and he can see writing, like Japanese characters, and he's like, whoa. And it's not on the surface of the wall, it's on the other side of the wall inside the laser beam. Now right away this story sounds like somebody who was on LSD. And but he showed it to some other psychonauts, and they also saw it. And so far now 100 people have seen this. So that's really interesting. Like, maybe the frequency of the laser is unraveling our dimension. Wow. Like, it's really a big thing to consider. Light is electric magnetic radiation. If you're looking at something like where the sun is casting light onto your front lawn that's green, well, isn't it amazing that you don't see the light? You only see the light once it hits something. I find that really fascinating. Well, I just had to take my phone cover off. Bronze Dawn. Good morning, Bronze Dawn. He has asked a good question. Does anti-gravity unrail our dimension? I don't know the answer. I do think that anti-gravity could be the first step of 1 or 2 or 3 to teleportation. So think about a drill screwing. Well, when something is spinning, you can tear something apart. Torque. Torque is a really amazing force. And so I think the torque of electricity rotating can pierce through the reality and take us somewhere else. I'd love to do some experiments. Getting out of the car, swapping seats. And a Porsche Cayenne. That's a pretty little car. I can't believe the world turned into be SUVs. Like SUVs, I just can't believe that happened. It's a station wagon, it's a sedan, it's half of a van, and it's not a minivan. I'll show you. If you look down over here, over there is where the end of the traffic happens. I gotta give up politics. Brian was like, he's like, yeah, like, you know, why criticizing Israel, that doesn't give you anything, Wayne. And he's right. Like, it doesn't make me any money. If anything, it's costing me money. And so I just got to give up politics. That's, at the end of the day, that's what I got to do, is quit worrying about the rest of the world. The rest of the world has been in constant turmoil. They want it this way. Did you hear that? That guy was rapping. His Toyota, he's got a Toyota Camry TRD. Looks like a race car. It's got fairings all over it. Looked all sporty. Damn it. Well, I hope whoever broke down there is okay. Any books, recommendation, fiction, non-fiction, doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I got all kinds of book recommendations. I got, I'll tell you some wizard books. And it makes me think, because I bought 10 books for Jessica. The 48 Laws of Power by Richard Green. Richard Green, 48 Laws of Power. The next one you'll want to get, I've read all these by the way. The Secrets of Power Persuasion from Roger Dawson. Secrets of Power Persuasion by Roger Dawson. I'll repeat the names twice just so you can write it down. The next one is Who Moved My Cheese? I think by Spence, something like that. Who Moved My Cheese? It's a very quick book. The Dowdy Ching, Taoteching. I'm spelling it for you. Taoteching. Tao Te Ching. It's Chinese philosophy. I think it's Lao Tzu might have wrote it. It's a bunch of, it's just wisdom. It's really profound wisdom. It might be 75 like little essays, or 75 things. They're only a page long. They're so hard. You read one and your brain is off thinking about it. You can't just read one or two. You can't read a whole book at once. No, you read something, it just unlocks so much thought that you've got to think about everything. It makes you question everything. The next one is Sun Tzu, Art of War. And I like the Shambhala publication. Thomas Cleary? It's the only one I've read. I used to have it on audio tape. There's an abridged book version, and Thomas Cleary, Shambhala, Sun Tzu, Art of War, abridged. There's a little book version you can get that's nice. You can get it on audiobook. Then there's a full text version. All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin. All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin. Seth Godin is really a super duper marketing genius. He's got maybe 30 books. These books are like 15, almost 20 years old now. You can get them used for $3 or $4. You know, you can buy all these books used for like $3 to $5. The next one is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'm forgetting the author's name right now. It's okay. The next few are from the author Malcolm Gladwell, and he's written a lot of great books. One is called The Tipping Point. Malcolm Gladwell, he tells stories through math and statistics, so they're really good stories and easy to understand, and his writing style is very conversational. The Tipping Point. One of the unique things from the book, The Tipping Point, is there was an investment club in the Midwest. Like, old people get together and share investment advice, and then they make investments. They were making more return on investment than Wall Street, and that a group of people had more wisdom than a select few elites. The next book from Malcolm Gladwell is Blink, B-L-I-N-K, and the premise is, in the blinking of an eye, you can know something. He goes into this blink. The next book by Gladwell is Outliers. An outlier is somebody who's an expert. They lay outside the traditional realm of expertise. They're experts of experts. And it all comes down to 10,000 hours. Like, if you've done the dishes and 10,000 hours of doing the dishes by hand, you're an outlier. If you spent 10,000 hours shit posting on 4chan, you're an outlier. Like, you're actually PhD level shit poster. The next book is David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. That's a really good one. And the other Malcolm Gladwell is What the Dog Saw. What the Dog Saw. What the Dog Saw has a nice story about homelessness in Chicago that was costing them $100,000. So the city of Chicago said, what do all people have in common? And when somebody said, they're homeless. And he's like, that's right, let's write that down. And then after some deep thinking, they're like, what if we gave them a home? What if we just rent them an apartment? Would the cost of a $100,000 homeless person go down? And the answer was yes. So for the cost of a $10,000 apartment per year, that bill of 100 grand turned into 10 grand. One of those car carriers is going by next to me here, and it always trips me out how they lock them down. The Secret of Power Persuasion by Roger Dawson, Rockstar. The Secret of Power Persuasion by Roger Dawson. 48 Hours, Who Moved My Cheese. Tao Te Ching, T-A-O space T-E space C-H-I-N-G. There's 3 books by the same author, but I don't know the author's name, but it's called The Wizard of Ads. The Wizard of Ads. And this guy worked in the advertising industry for like 30 years, and he wrote a book about a lot of his philosophies, and it's a really great book. I don't own it anymore. It's in the motorhome up at Kernville, sadly. My motorhome probably doesn't exist anymore. Just sitting here on the freeway. Yeah, The Wizard of Ads. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's kind of a book that started the self-help revolution. It came out in 1931 or 33. And it was just after the Great Depression, and people were really sad as a nation. And this was a book to help people become better salespeople. And it was self-help and how to win friends and influence people. Great book. Another good book is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. The Power of Positive Thinking. That book really helped change my life. It teaches you that you have an active choice in everything you do to be positive or negative. It's your choice. You're not a victim. I mean, we can be victims of something. Like a car could hit me right now and I could be under debris, but I'm alive. I have a choose. If I want to be negative, fuck that guy, what was he thinking? This is bullshit. This isn't fair. That's not good. I need to be like, oh my God, thank God I'm alive. What positive attitude can I bring to this terrible situation? Breathe, be calm, get out of it. So we're totally in charge of our emotions. Little did you know, it's just like most people are children and they love being in a temper tantrum. They love being victims, things like that. They want to have somebody to blame. Therefore, they don't have to take responsibility for things. Well, this should be over in about 10 minutes. Then it's good freeway driving. Thanks for doing that, Rockstar. Oh, the 4 agreements. Miguel somebody. What if somebody changed their last name to somebody? Wayne somebody. You could legally do that. Yeah, the 4 agreements. There's another book, it's called the Forbes Business Book of Quotations. It's really thick. It's like 3 inches thick. It cost me $75. But it's full of lots of wisdom. It's a quotation book. And if you've never seen a quotation book, it's just full of advice on different subjects. And what's unique about that is often you don't even know the name of, they'll tell you who said it, but they don't mean it. It's just a name from the past. But that might be the only smart thing that person said. And here it is in a book, you're reading it 300 years later. So their life is distilled. The very best of their whole life came down to that one thing. Also, there's no copyright on quotations from the past. The copyright is expired. So you could compile a bunch of wisdom that really works for you and put it in a book. Like maybe you like Snoop Dogg and he said something at a conference, put it in a book. We're just going 1 mile an hour here. It must be a horrible wreck. I'm picking up a car on my trailer today. And there's a lot of danger driving a car with a trailer and a car on the trailer. You gotta go slow. You gotta make sure it's strapped down really good. You gotta babysit it. Just keep looking at it. When I was coming home from my summer trip, I was in Utah with my Mercedes on the trailer, and one of the wheels was smoking. I was like, where's that smoke coming from? And my wheel was about to fly off. I ended up having to get a tow truck to have it taken to this repair shop that luckily did trailer repair. What a gift. Like, if they didn't do trailer repair, then it could have been like, then getting it towed to another place. It could have just been such a disaster. But AAA actually was able to, I'll give it the credit to AAA and the towing service. The towing service was also an auto repair store, which makes a lot of sense. Like, how do you get customers? Pick up broken cars on the side of the road. That's how you do it. And plus you can charge, you know, some fair money. I like the Total Money Makeover. Dave Ramsey changed my life. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm done with books for now, Rockstar. You know, I got this iPhone case, but I had to take it out because it creating too much heat. I'm gonna have to invent a case that cool. Well, they have cases that cool. You got fans on them. Oh yeah, it's a big semi. This is the wreck. Look at the semi truck all smashed up. Got a white CHP. Oh yeah, he's wrecked. Yay, that's over. It's about a 3.5 hour drive. Now it's a 4-hour drive. I ate 4 eggs for breakfast. If you want to find the books cheap, go to like Thrift Store Books. It's a website. Really fast turnaround service, really fair prices. Amazon also has used books. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is Steve Covey. You can also get audiobooks free from the library on CD. And that's good because, well, they're usually 50 bucks or more. Save all that money. I don't like this world of digital downloads. I like owning the media on something. Just do a stream till an hour and then call it quits. I haven't had a lot to say lately. You know, after the election, I said I'd quit talking about politics after Trump entered office. And I haven't been able to keep that promise. It isn't making me money. It does help me from feeling lonely. Brian said I should do a documentary about living in the desert. That's kind of a decent idea. He's like, you know how to fix things, you You know how to survive. Whoa, what was that? It was a mud flap just flying in the air. If you've ever lived in Southern California or Arizona where it's hot, sometimes when it's not even hot, it's 74 degrees, but it's a low visibility day. Oh, hey, Pat. Welcome. Well, I'm off to buy a car, Pat. I'm getting an 87 Mercedes diesel 300 SD. Gold on tan. The interior's in really good shape. No big rips or tears. Runs well. 1,500 bucks. This is a car I'm getting for Susan. And if she doesn't want it, I'll just, well, I might keep it for myself and sell my 92 S-Class. Although I like my 92 S-Class. The AC is not working, so, and the blower is not working. I mean, it's fixable. It's more fixable on the 87. I kind of like the older ones. The older Mercedes-Benz are more analog. But that new S-Class I have, it's a dream to drive. It handles so well. Yeah. Well, she's going to pay me back for the car. I just told her, she's like, I don't have 1,500 bucks. I'm like, that's okay. You can pay me back. And I think she will. She was spending $1,000 a month on Ubers, going to her job. I think she moved closer, so now she's only spending $300 a month on Ubers. But they're always cutting her hours. She fights with everybody. She's like, my boss is a jerk. I'm like, well, quit fighting with him. Quit having opinions. Just do what he asks. Then she gets mad at me. Yeah, these S-Class diesels, 86 all the way to 90. Well, 86, 87, and 88, and 89 are the 3-liter. 90 and 91 are the 3.5-liter. Some people say not to get that one because they might have had trouble with the motor. Oh. Yeah, I think I do need an AMG. Well, there's no but. I would love to have all that horsepower. The but is I would probably get myself in trouble with it. Get some speeding tickets and such. At least with the diesel, it's just slow and go. Like I'm in the slow lane right now. And I'm fine with that. I woke up this morning at like 4:40. So this week I'm going to get my insulation in. It is windy out here. a lot of good AMGs. The S55, CL55. You can get these things for $5 grand. 300 horsepower. If you get the supercharged, that's 500 horsepower. Oh, it's blowing my truck around. Only going 55 miles an hour. Got crosswinds. Trucks with trailers, max is 55, but 3 axles or more. So I'm on the right speed limit. Yeah, I'm just out of politics to hardly understand what's happening anymore. Just trying to keep track of what Trump isn't doing. He didn't audit the Pentagon. He didn't audit Fort Knox. He didn't audit the Federal Reserve. He didn't stop the war in Ukraine. In fact, he's giving them more weapons. And now he's trying to go to war with Iran and Yemen. Well, friends, I think I should call this the end of the stream. I'm out of topics to talk about. Pat, Rockstar. Who else was there? Ron's Dawn. Tetrahedricon. Thank you for being here, friends. Maybe I'll see you later tonight. Bye-bye. Oh, a drinking stream tonight. Much later. Probably not until... Well, I could be home by 7. Alright, talk to you later.